The world's traditional centers are debt-ridden, aging, and paralyzed. Their economic and security models are failing. Meanwhile, a profound, irreversible surge is occurring in the one continent the West consistently underestimated: Africa. This isn't a story of rising. It's a declaration of dominance. We will prove in 12 minutes why Africa will lead the next civilization, dictating the terms that the US, China, and Russia will have to follow. Africa has the demographic weapon. By 2050, 1 in 4 humans will be African. While traditional powers like Germany, Japan, and even China face catastrophic workforce collapse due to aging, Africa provides the young, dynamic, and expansive workforce the global economy desperately needs. The $3.4 trillion African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, is building an economic fortress, making the continent a self-sustaining powerhouse large enough to set global prices and manufacturing standards. This is the new global labor and consumer core. Africa holds a monopoly on the building blocks of the future. The global race for clean energy is over, and Africa won. It holds critical reserves of lithium, cobalt, and manganese, the essential components for every electric vehicle and modern battery storage system. The West's green transition is entirely dependent on African soil. Coupled with vast, untapped solar energy potential, Africa has the power to define the energy future. Making dependency on old petrostates irrelevant, Africa is the indispensable green power core. Furthermore, experts like Dr. Kayode Abiola Sani are pioneering hybrid rice varieties through the AATF, ensuring Africa's agricultural future and positioning the continent to feed the world as other regions face climate instability. African innovators are not copying. They are superseding global technology with sovereign solutions. Apostle Kwadwo Safo Kantanka, Ghana, is the master of self-sufficiency, building entire ecosystems of cars, heavy-duty agricultural machines, and electronics using local materials. This is an end run around global supply chains. The ultimate disruption comes from Maxwell Chikumbutso, Zimbabwe, whose claims of a vehicle powered by non-traditional sources like radio waves negates the century of Western reliance on fossil fuels and the electric grid. This is a true paradigm shift, and the dominance extends beyond the continent. Nigerian engineer Dr. Robert S. Okoje is a key figure at NASA, pioneering extreme environment microelectromechanical systems, AMEMS, using silicon carbide, which is critical for future space tech. Another Nigerian, MIT's Oluwatobi Oyinlola, invented the world's smallest GPS tracking device, showcasing an unprecedented level of precision and miniaturization that Western companies now chase. Africa is defining a new non-aligned security doctrine. African nations refuse to be pawns in the geopolitical games of the US, China, and Russia. This strategic independence forces all global powers to court the continent on its own terms, a position of leverage the West has not faced in decades. Individuals like Gabon's Ketevi Asamagan, a physicist at CERN, embody this global influence, driving progress in high-energy physics while actively promoting scientific capacity in Africa. This push for global scientific and political equity, demanding climate justice and equitable partnerships, is the ultimate hope of mankind, forcing the world to adopt a more moral, equitable framework for the next civilization. The global pivot is undeniable. Africa is armed with the youth, resources, and sovereign technology to lead the world. The era of catching up is over. The era of dominance has begun. The 21st century is Africa's, and the world must adapt or face irrelevance. This is the truth the traditional powers don't want you to know. The question is, are you ready to witness the shift?